Hi, East Fairmont. Today we're going to be doing just a little bit of an author talk, an author that I particularly like, and this is a historical author. He writes obscure histories of things and facts that you never probably heard of, and weaves them all together into a fantastic story. His name is Erik Larson, and the first story that I read of his was called Devil in the White City. It takes place during the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, and it is a story of how the World's Fair was going on at the same time that there was a cunning serial killer who was using the fair to lure his victims to their death. So this is, he really writes a good story. He keeps you on the edge of your seat. He interweaves all sorts of people and events together, things that you never thought about, heard about. For instance, the Ferris wheel was invented for the Chicago World's Fair. Cracker Jacks were first brought out at the Chicago World's Fair, and there was a fiddling contest and a West Virginian won it. So all those little nuggets are buried inside the book at the same time they are chasing down the serial killer. The second one is called Thunderstruck. It's similar in that it takes the story of how the radio, the invention of the radio, and it's being put on transatlantic ships was used to help track down another killer who was on the loose and his accomplice. So I highly recommend those two books. His third book that I read was called Dead Wake, and this is the sinking of the Lusitania, the last crossing of the Lusitania during World War I. And it was hunted down by a German U-boat. But I'm telling you, I was on the edge of my seat. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the boat was going to get torpedoed. But boy, he really weaves it together so that you are, really on the edge of your seat waiting for that torpedo to go off. So I highly recommend Erik Larson. We have 3 of his books in the library. There's another one called Isaac Storm about the Galveston hurricane in 1906, I believe it was, and the weatherman who was blamed for not seeing it coming. Anyway, so Erik Larson, highly recommended. Come and check him out in the library.